Why so heavy-handed trying to tie Hillary Clinton to Lucifer?
Well, first of all, recognize that this is a very famous book, Rules for Radicals. And on the dedication page, you acknowledge Lucifer in an admirable way,
right,
saying that he's the original radical who gained his own kingdom.
Right.
And then if you read the book, I don't know if you've ever read it.
Right. What I did was I read the studies of the book just to figure out where you were going with this. But
right.
Please continue.
But please read the book because it's very interesting how it uses controlled anarchy
right.
in order to change us from a democratic republic to a socialist society.
Right.
And I don't think that those things are consistent with the principles and the basis of this nation.
Hey everyone, it's TVC Mario, and you're here for an End Time Report. In today's video, I wanted to go ahead and do a part 2 to the video that I uploaded late last night, right before bed. In fact, I stumbled across this from USA Today, where Ben Carson rails against Hillary Clinton for worshiping Lucifer, basically, being influenced by Lucifer. So if you haven't seen this video, I'll go ahead and leave it linked up in the description section below. What I covered is very important. She is a complete Luciferian satanic sellout to the New World Order. And I clearly showed that in this video here, talking about her allegiance with the Council on Foreign Relations, a socialist, David Rockefeller, internationalist sellout to the elite, conspiring to bring about the New World Order, and talking about the fact that the leaders are Luciferian. It's not just her. There's an entire satanic cabal that runs the world, and they practice weird rituals and stuff like that, just like Luciferians will. And she promotes eugenics and gets away with murder, all sorts of stuff. So if you haven't seen this video, make sure to check it out. It'll be very important. But today what I wanted to cover is something a little bit more different. I wanted to dive in and look at exactly what book Ben Carson was referring to. So let's go ahead and bring that up here, right here. So Saul D. Alinsky, the irony that his name is Saul, for those of you who know Paul, the Apostle Paul, his name was Saul, and he was an enemy of God when he was Saul. So here we see another Saul who's an enemy of God, who's a Luciferian, and he wrote a book called Rules for Radicals, a pragmatic primer for realistic radicals. And if you look at the dedication page, check this out. This is what he said. Lest we forget at least an over-the-shoulder acknowledgement to the very first radical. Who's the first rebel, the first radical? From all our legends, mythology, and history, and who is to know where mythology leaves off and history begins, or which is which? The first radical known to man who rebelled against the establishment and did it so effectively that at least he won his own kingdom, Lucifer. So he dedicated his book to Lucifer. Now keep in mind, look at this, okay? It's a radical. We can see that this is the spirit of rebellion. This is the spirit of Lucifer. And even on a political level, this agenda, this socialist book, which is to basically destroy America's real values. For those of you who don't know, America is not a democracy. It pretends to be, but it's not, and it never should be. A democracy is horrible. Horrible. That means that the mob rule, the greater majority of people can vote to oppress the littler minority. So that's not a good thing. What the United States of America is supposed to be, and is in essence, is a constitutional republic where the rights of the individuals are protected by the Constitution. But this New World Order, Luciferian satanic cabal that Hillary is a part of, and all the world's leaders basically, they're trying to destroy America because the Constitution stands against their globalized New World Order. Remember in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that she is connected to David Rockefeller. And we know that David has admitted that he's an internationalist, conspiring with others around the world to bring a more integrated global political and economic structure. A one world, if you will. And notice this, he even says that the secret cabal that he's proud of being a part of is working against the best interest of the United States. Why? Why is it working? Why is his secret cabal that she's a part of, this Luciferian secret cabal, What are they doing? Working against the best interest of the United States. Well, that's what they're doing. They're destroying the country. They're destroying the Constitution. They're conditioning people to accept this socialist democracy nonsense that's being promoted right now. We'll cover that in a quick second here. But that's the agenda, to destroy the Constitution of America, to rise a new system. And notice David Rockefeller said it's against the best interests of the United States of America, because America is going to fall, it's going to collapse, and it's never going to be the free, powerful nation that it is today, if this agenda is fulfilled. And unfortunately, it most likely will, because there are way too many people that are conditioned, brainwashed, cannot see that the media lies to them. They trust blindly their government leaders. So many people are going to go to the voting box and vote in criminal Hillary Clinton into office. And she's not the first criminal. It doesn't even matter. The votes don't count. It's all rigged, by the way. I covered the Trump deception in this video as well. If you haven't seen that, if you still think Trump's not part of it, you need to wake up. Don't call yourself a truther. It's over. You can't be a truther if you think you believe in the Trump psyop. You can't. I'm disqualifying you. You're done. Out of the movement. So now let's go ahead and look at this a little bit here. I wanted to share this with you. This is Steven Crowder. He does really great work on YouTube. Obviously, I'm subscribed, and I really enjoy his work. This man definitely knows what America is supposed to be, and he stands up for freedom and truth politically. So I wanted to go ahead and play this video, why democratic socialism doesn't work, because that's the agenda. As you can see, that's what the book is about. It's a socialist book. So these Luciferians on a political level are trying to bring in a socialist system. So for those of you who don't comprehend what that is, or even maybe think that it's a good thing, I'm going to go ahead and just play a short clip of this video for you. I'll leave the link for the video in its entirety in the description section. But let's go ahead and check this out.
Comparing democratic socialism to traditional socialism, or God forbid communism, is fear-mongering. It's inaccurate. Oh, it's actually pretty reasonable.
We need to unite and work together if we're all going to get through this.
Sounds like socialism to me.
Democratic socialism.
What's the difference?
Huge difference.
Except that it's not. Here's Bernie Sanders when asked, describing democratic socialism.
And what democratic socialism is about is saying that it is immoral and wrong that the top 1/10 of 1% in this country own almost 90%, own almost as much wealth as the bottom 90%. You see every other major country providing health care to all people as a right, except the United States. Those are some of the principles that I believe in, and I think we should look to countries like Denmark, like Sweden, and Norway, and learn from what they have accomplished for their working people.
Okay, this is pivotal because there's a myth going around that democratic socialism is inherently different from traditional socialism. Bernie Sanders did not articulate a worldview there at all. He just pointed to things that have existed since the beginning of time, told you that you should be angry, that you deserve stuff, and presented you with a Christmas wish list. That's not a worldview. That's how you buy votes.
It's time for Who Do You Trust? Hubba, hubba, hubba. Money, money, money. Who do you trust? Me? I'm giving away free money.
Allow me to contrast. If someone asked me, what is conservatism or federalism or constitutionalism, whatever you want to call it? It's pretty simple. My worldview inherently believes that individuals, when left and given the freedom to make their own decisions, tend to do so more effectively than government bureaucrats in Washington. Also, I believe that it is morally imperative to provide people with said freedom and liberties. That's it. That's it. I didn't promise you any free shit. And we'll get into the nitty-gritty, but the macro is first because we'll come back to reference this. Of the two worldviews, there is only one that allows and acknowledges human nature, and one that necessitates humans be inherently altruistic, particularly those in government with a D next to their name, completely immune to corruption.
I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire.
Your new empire?
Don't make me kill you.
Whereas my worldview allows for the human nature of some people being good, some people being turd nuggets, and allowing them to make their own decisions, and the invisible hand of market forces to mitigate the damage, as opposed to the damage that can be done in a centralized power.
I'm your king. Well, I didn't vote for you.
You don't vote for kings.
So right away, before we get into the nerdy math, and we will, you have to decide what it is that you believe. Because right away, the democratic socialists will try and poke holes in your argument.
What a lot of people may not realize is that America is kind of already a socialist country.
Some of the most obvious are things like Medicare and Social Security,
Free K through 12 education,
national parks, prisons and the whole justice system,
the Postal Service,
disposal of your toilet waste.
even the Army are all socialist programs.
Leftists and evidence.
All right, so I'll leave the entire video in the description. Highly recommend that you take the time and educate yourself on this. There is so much propaganda, and it's so effective. I mean, you could just see the fact that he highlighted these individuals who are American and are actually desiring America to turn into a socialist, Luciferian country. Okay, we don't want socialism in America. The world doesn't want it because it's actually going to bring about a destruction of the world system that we have right now. And out of the ashes of the chaos that they're going to create, this new world order, they're gonna oppress the majority of people, and there are some very dangerous things coming up ahead. So I wanted to go ahead and cover this a little bit more deeply to show you how socialism is being pushed. Don't buy into this democratic socialism that the American public is being conditioned into. The United States of America is and always will be hopefully, as well, if it's not, it's going to collapse. So it will always be a constitutional republic where the rights of the individuals are protected, not a democracy where the individual is forced to comply with the will of the majority. Don't buy into this stuff. This makes big government. This makes a bigger bureaucracy that America doesn't need. Okay, and I like what they say here. Unfortunately, the reality is America is a corporation owned by international banking cabals, which I just showed you what cabal, right? They're owned by bankers. Do you know who this is? This is the real president of the United States of America. Here are his potential puppets. Obama, Trump, Hillary, they're all puppets to these guys. These guys will never let anyone truly make changes in America, because that's what it is. A corporation owned by international banking cabals like the Rockefeller, Rothschild, Illuminati families, where the individuals have no rights and whose labor is used as collateral in an all unlawful pyramid scheme. Thanks for taking the time, everyone. This is TVC saying God bless each and every one of you. As always, stay vigilant and fear no evil. Well, thanks for watching my video, everyone. I pray that it was a blessing to you and that you really did enjoy it. I just wanted to let you know here, I do a lot more than just the content that you typically see me doing on this channel. This channel is dedicated to exposing the entertainment industry, New Age movement, New World Order, and to getting the gospel out to people who normally wouldn't hear it. I have a backup channel that is identical to this, so go ahead and check that out. All the links are always in the description sections. I also have a health channel if you want to go ahead and get healthy, which is God's will for your life. I have a Bible study channel. Check that out and be edified as we study the scriptures together. Also, I have a godly manhood YouTube channel called The Godly Bros, where me and my brother in Christ, Alex, seek to encourage our brothers in the Lord. And also, I have a Christian music channel. I review and share Christian music with you all. And I'm also on Facebook, so make sure that you check that out. I upload different videos there as well, and I'm also on Instagram. So all the links are always in the description sections, and you can find them there. So have a blessed and wonderful day, guys.